Once upon a time, there was a kingdom full of sunshine. The people were happy. Children played in the streets. Beautiful flowers grew everywhere. This kingdom was called Etheria. Etheria was a magical place. Fairies flew in the air. Friendly creatures lived in the forests. A wise and kind king ruled Etheria. King Eldrin had a daughter. Her name was Princess Amara. Princess Amara was kind and brave. She loved her kingdom very much. One day, a dark shadow fell upon Etheria. Princess Amara was worried. The sky was dark, the flowers wilted, the people were afraid. "What's happening?" she asked her father. The king looked sad. "An evil sorcerer is casting a spell on our land," he said. "We need a brave knight to help us." Just then, a knight rode into the castle courtyard. His armor shone bright. His name was Sir Kalen. "I have heard your plea for help," Sir Kalen said. "I will defeat this sorcerer and save your kingdom." Sir Kalen knew he had a difficult task ahead. The weight of the kingdom rested on his shoulders, and the fate of Etheria was uncertain. He had trained for years, honing his skills and preparing for this very moment. The dark sorcerer, a figure of immense power and malevolence, had cast a shadow over the land. The sorcerer was powerful. His magic was very dangerous. He had summoned creatures from the darkest corners of the realm, and his spells could turn the bravest warriors into stone. The people of Etheria lived in fear, their once vibrant lives now overshadowed by dread and despair. But Sir Kalen was determined to save Etheria. He knew that courage and resolve were his greatest weapons. With his sword in hand and a heart full of hope, he vowed to confront the sorcerer and restore peace to the kingdom. Princess Amara wanted to help. "I'm coming with you," she said. Her voice was firm and her eyes shone with determination. She was not just a princess. She was a warrior at heart, ready to fight for her people. Sir Kalen was surprised. "But it's too dangerous," he said. He had always seen her as a symbol of grace and beauty, not as a fellow warrior. Yet he could see the fire in her eyes, the same fire that burned within him. "No," said Princess Amara. "I must protect my people. This is my duty as much as it is yours." Her resolve was unshakable, and Sir Kalen knew that together, they stood a better chance against the sorcerer. Together, Princess Amara and Sir Kalen set out on their journey. They rode side by side, their hearts beating in unison, ready to face whatever dangers lay ahead. The road was long and fraught with peril, but their determination was unwavering. They rode through the once beautiful countryside. The fields that were once lush and green were now withered and brown. The rivers that once flowed with crystal-clear water were now dry and cracked. Now, the land was dry and barren. The sorcerer's magic was spreading. It was a blight that consumed everything in its path, leaving nothing but desolation. But Sir Kalen and Princess Amara pressed on, their spirits unbroken, determined to bring light back to their world. Section 4. The Whispering Woods. The journey led them to the Whispering Woods. The trees here were old and gnarled. Strange whispers filled the air. "Beware," a voice whispered. "The sorcerer's creatures lurk in these woods." A group of goblins jumped out from behind the trees. They were small and green with sharp teeth. The goblins attacked. Sir Kalen drew his sword. He fought bravely against the goblins. Princess Amara was quick. She dodged the goblins' attacks. She used her wit to outsmart them. Section 5. The Dragon's Lair. Finally, after a long and arduous journey through treacherous terrain and dense forests, they reached a dark cave. The air was hot and smelled of sulfur, a clear sign that they were nearing the dragon's domain. This was unmistakably the dragon's lair, filled with glowing embers and scattered treasures that shimmered in the dim light. The powerful sorcerer, with a wave of his hand and a few ancient words, had awakened the dragon from its deep slumber. The dragon, now fully awake, was fiercely guarding the entrance to its fortress, its eyes scanning for any intruders. Princess Amara, with a determined look in her eyes and a sword in her hand, knew exactly what she had to do. She had spent countless hours studying ancient books about dragons, learning their habits and weaknesses from her wise tutors. "Dragons love riddles," she whispered to Sir Kalen, her trusted knight, who nodded in agreement. With confidence, she stepped forward and called out, "Oh, mighty dragon, I have a riddle for you." The dragon, intrigued by her boldness, paused to listen. It stopped breathing fire and listened intently, its curiosity piqued by the unexpected challenge. Princess Amara, with a steady voice, asked her riddle, hoping that her studies had prepared her well for this moment. The dragon rumbled and grumbled as it thought, its massive head swaying from side to side in deep contemplation. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, it roared, "You may pass." The path to the fortress was now open. Section 6. A Kingdom Rejoices. Princess Amara and Sir Kalen entered the sorcerer's fortress. The air was thick with dark magic, and the walls seemed to whisper ancient secrets. They knew the journey ahead would be perilous, but their determination was unwavering. They found him in a large, dark hall. He was chanting spells, his voice echoing ominously through the chamber. The sorcerer's power was palpable, and the room crackled with energy. "You cannot defeat me!" the sorcerer shouted, his eyes blazing with fury. His voice was filled with a malevolent confidence that sent shivers down their spines. He threw a bolt of lightning at them, the air sizzling with raw power. The bolt streaked towards them with terrifying speed. But Sir Kalen raised his shield just in time. The shield, a gift from the ancient guardians, glowed with a magical light. The shield glowed with a magical light. It deflected the lightning, sending sparks flying in all directions. The sorcerer recoiled in surprise. Princess Amara used her quick thinking. She remembered the ancient tales of how simple elements could disrupt dark magic. She grabbed a handful of dust from the floor and threw it at the sorcerer. The dust sparkled in the dim light as it flew through the air. The dust got into his eyes, causing him to stagger back. He rubbed his eyes furiously, trying to clear his vision. Blinded and distracted, the sorcerer stopped chanting. His concentration broken, the dark energy in the room began to wane. Sir Kalen seized this opportunity. With a battle cry, he charged at the sorcerer, his sword gleaming with righteous fury. He charged at the sorcerer and knocked him to the ground. The sorcerer was defeated. The dark magic that had plagued the kingdom began to dissipate. The spell on Etheria was broken. The skies cleared, and the sun shone brightly once more. The people of Etheria rejoiced, their hearts filled with hope and gratitude. Section 7. More adventures await. Princess Amara and Sir Kalen returned to the kingdom. The people cheered. The flowers bloomed again. The kingdom was safe. Princess Amara and Sir Kalen knew that their adventures were not over. There would be other challenges ahead, but they were ready. They were brave and kind, and they would always be there to protect their kingdom. The end, for now. Join us next time for another exciting adventure.